9 News Plus weather sponsored by Carrier Colorado. The future of home comfort is here.
Happy Thursday. 9 News meteorologist Lauren Robinson here with your virtual forecast. One more day into the weekend, and man, was it a snowy and cold day out there, especially for early commuters this morning where we saw that slushy snow commute. Now, we didn't get a whole lot of snowfall in Denver, nor were we expecting a lot. We got maybe trace amounts to an inch or two across most of Denver, with higher totals being to the west and to the south. So we are going to continue to expect cloudy skies and cold, breezy weather as we go through the rest of the day, even though most of the snow has moved out. Foothills areas and across the Palmer Divide, you could still watch for some lingering flurries through the afternoon, but overall, most of the snow has moved out. We are going to be left with some cold weather out there as we go through the rest of the weekend. Let's take a look at some of our snow totals. Uh-oh, that one is not correct. Let's go ahead. We will... This is the one. So this is a look at some of the snow totals we got with this last storm. Mount Crested Butte reporting 11 inches, 10 inches in Loveland Pass and Dillon, 8 reported in Winter Park, 6 inches in Breckenridge, 5 in Monarch Pass. Nederland reporting just over 2 inches, almost an inch and a half in Westminster and Monument, and Arvada just under an inch. So these are totals that we saw both around the Denver metro area and off to the high country, some of the more noteworthy areas. Now, as we continue through the rest of the day, again, we're going to stay mostly dry in Denver. Foothills areas, we could watch maybe for some more flurries due to that upslope factor, but for the most part, the snow has moved further south and southeast. 34 right now at DIA, but it feels like 23 degrees outside with winds coming in from the north-northeast at 18 miles per hour. Today, we're going to see temperatures maxing out in the middle 30s, but it's going to feel like the teens and 20s all afternoon due to those chilly, gusty winds. So we're taking a look at our current temperatures across the Front Range and Eastern Plains. Most of us in the 30s, 29 right now in Trinidad. High country even seeing similar temperatures and a little bit warmer out west, low 40s in Grand Junction. But as you take a look at this 24-hour temperature change map, you can see where the Front Range and Eastern Plains really got an extreme change over the last day or so, where most of us were between 30 to 40 degrees colder today than we were just this time yesterday. Whew, that cold air came in and packed a punch, even of course left some snow behind it. Now we do see some smaller differences for the high country and western slope, the entire state being colder, but the Front Range and Eastern Plains really getting the brunt of that. As you take a look at our wind chill, this is what it feels like with the winds out there. Most of the Front Range, Eastern Plains, even high country, most of us are going to feel like the teens and 20s as we go through the rest of the day, middle 30s out west. Taking a look at our HD Doppler radar, lots of moisture has pushed its way eastward, mostly across the country. But as you take a look, a lot of the snow that was across the Front Range earlier today has shifted its way further south, and a big portion of it making its way further southeast out of the state. Now we are seeing some more snow showers pop up between Denver and Colorado Springs in that Palmer Divide area, and we're going to continue to watch for a little bit more snow there and across the Front Range foothills, but the majority of that snow will fall further south across southern mountain ranges. That's why we do have winter weather alerts through the rest of the evening. Some of these expire around 6, some don't expire until midnight, others don't expire until early tomorrow morning, but overall, southern high country can expect maybe up to a foot of new snow, some areas a little more than that. We're going to continue to watch for those gusty winds and hazardous travel in those areas as well. We can also see the majority of the snowfall staying a little bit further south here on our future cast through the rest of the evening and into the overnight hours. By tomorrow, we'll get a good mix of sun and clouds. The southeastern corner of the state a bit cloudier than the rest of Colorado. We'll continue to watch for those very spotty brief snow showers in the high country, but the Front Range looking to stay dry, a good mix of sun and clouds, but cold. Temperatures will be well below average tomorrow for our St. Patrick's Day. And the same happens all over again for our Saturday. Sun and clouds, spotty snow showers in the high country, and below average stick around Saturday as well. Today, highs mostly in the middle 30s across the eastern half of the state, 20s and 30s in the high country, low 40s out west. Overnight, pretty chilly, teens across Colorado, some high country areas sub-zero. We're looking at 2 below in Leadville, 1 below tonight in Steamboat Springs. So the next The rest of the weekend is going to be pretty chilly. We're still expecting these temperatures below average. Our average highs this time of year are closer to 56 degrees. We'll be in the low 40s Friday and Saturday, upper 40s Sunday, and we don't make it back into the 50s by next work week. So if you do have those St. Patrick's Day plans, you'll want to make sure that you bring that green jacket or green coat, because it's going to stay chilly out there despite all of the snow having moved south. We are going to get a little bit of sun, but that's not going to do a whole lot to warm us up both Friday and Saturday. So we have a chillier weekend in store. As we go into the next work week, that's where those temperatures start to rebound a little bit, get closer to those seasonable numbers, but we also have some very spotty hit or miss rain and snow showers as we go into next week as well. So in the meantime, we're going to stay bundled up. Again, even though that snow has moved out, it's not going to really warm up this afternoon or through the rest of the weekend. So keep those coats out. And you can always stay up to date on our latest forecast, of course, on the 9 News mobile app and 9news.com and 9 News airwaves, where this evening I'll be in for Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin at 4 and 5, and then later tonight we'll have meteorologist Danielle Grant at 6, 9, and 10. So again, stay up to date on the latest forecast there, and in the meantime, hopefully you stay warm.